Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. I'm really need to start saying that because it's now February. This is just a really quick update video for you guys because I'm a little bit unwell this week. I think everyone's probably could tell from the last video because it went so horribly wrong. And usually I'm fine and I check things but yeah, when I'm not feeling well, I just don't think about things. Yeah. So I had a problem with my mic, which is now fixed, so that won't happen again. But you may have noticed that for the past month, well, basically since Christmas, I'm only doing 2 videos a week, every Tuesday and Thursday. This is the kind of the trend that my channel is going to take this year. It's actually not because I'm overworked for a change. It's actually because I'm moving into a new office / bedroom, but it used to belong to my brother, so we're kind of redesigning it from scratch. So we've actually just put up the soundproof, like part of the soundproof panels for one of the walls, because it's like a house wall between us and next door. And no offense to next door, I know they have a lot of kids, they're very young kids, they scream at such a high octave. It's impressive, but I do not want to hear that when I'm working. So yeah, we're soundproofing the whole room, but we're doing it ourselves basically because you save money, and my dad does DIY. He knows what he's doing. I used to want to build my own house when I was younger. I still kind of do. So I used to watch all these DIY shows, and I kind of tinker about with things. Like I helped my dad build the compost shed in the garden that we have, and I built my own dollhouse with my dad, and I kind of know what I'm doing. You just don't give me anything sharp and I'm okay. Or don't leave me unsupervised with circular saw-like objects, because I do have a habit of just like it is a habit. Like I've literally cut the end of my finger off before. It's no, you don't leave me alone with woodwork tools or even scissors. I'm not a good person for that. But like heavy lifting and room design and everything, like I've had so much fun over the past couple of weeks, just picking out paint colours and like the wooden edging, which I always forget the name of, that goes around the room. So I sound so horrible today, but I don't know what's wrong with me. I have this like horrible little rash here, and my throat sounds like death warmed over, and I'm just I don't want to be here, but I have to be. So anyway, the 2 video a week thing is going to be a regular thing until that other room of mine is built, which is going to take months. It's probably going to take till the end of the year. I'm quite enjoying the 2 video a week schedule anyway, because it's just relaxing, it's more chill. But it does make weeks where things go bad like feel like a little bit of a kick in the teeth. So yeah, I did think about doing like a proper video this week for you guys, because Resident Evil went so badly. But on the other hand, I wouldn't know what to do if I had the same problem. I'm not having an issue now, but I haven't tested it whilst I've had a game open as well. We're still not sure what caused the issue. But yeah, it's a new computer as well, so I'm just ironing out the kinks at the moment. We've already had the BIOS crash once, and my dad had to fix that. I was like, oh my god, what does that even mean? Oh gosh. But it's fine. I've got all my games back after it crashed, and it didn't lose any data, which wonderful. Yeah, I've kind of been looking back over my channel, and like there are bits and pieces like I'm really happy with, and then there are bits and pieces that I'm not happy with. I know there are games I haven't finished. I can no longer promise that I'm going to finish them, and I know that sounds really bad, but like I don't know if I should give a review for a couple of the games here, because Corpse Party, I think everyone knows I'm a bit on and off with that. And at first I did kind of think, oh, maybe it's because I have seen the game being played before, and I enjoyed watching the game, but genuinely I'm just not enjoying playing it, which is strange because I do like pixel games, but there's just something about the way Corpse Party plays out. It's not doing it for me. Which is that's probably going to disappoint some people because I noticed lots of people wanted to check that video out, and I said I was going to do it, and yeah, I don't know, but I'm not really enjoying it, so we'll see with that one. The other one that I'm not really enjoying, which I kind of expected to, is Little Hope. Yeah, I got so far on the live stream, and I think in a way I enjoyed the live stream more because I was playing with somebody else. Playing on my own, even though it's the director's cut and it is different, it's just not as... I don't know. I'm just not finding it engaging, which is unusual. I mean, well, I say it's unusual. I think I had the same problem with Man of Medan, to be honest. I watched some people play it and I thought it was okay, but it wasn't Until Dawn. And I don't know if it's just that Until Dawn was new and it was, you know, a totally unheard of concept when that game first came out, and that was what was so fascinating about it. But it was also like the monsters and the scariness, and it was well paced, and like some of the dialogue was, you know, okay, or a bit awkward, but it was fine. I'm having a huge problem with the dialogue in Little Hope. Just the way the characters interact. Sometimes it's okay, but then sometimes it's so painfully awkward that I'm just like, people don't talk like that. Yeah. So I can't promise I'll finish that. Who knows? I might sit down and just do a couple of hours across the day, because it's just that kind of game where you can kind of maybe snowball it to the end. I don't think it's that long actually, so it wouldn't take me too long, but yeah. It's just some things I've started to think about, because there are other games that I have that I really want to start playing. I've downloaded Prey recently. I do want to get onto that. I just think I like games with a bit more action to them. Obviously, as I said, anything that mirrors Bioshock is kind of more my thing. Resident Evil 7 I am genuinely enjoying. Last episode aside, even though I did it twice, I still like really, really love the mechanics of that game. And I really liked The Evil Within. It's that kind of mix of horror and action. That's my favourite kind of genres. So if you guys know of any games that are like that I haven't talked about, or maybe that I haven't heard of, I would love to know. I've been debating over whether I should get Control or not. No one seems to have played that, so I've got kind of nothing to go off with that game, whether it's any good. But I mean, it depends, because it's not really my kind of game. It's kind of like when Cyberpunk came out, and it was like, well, that looks cool, but it doesn't sound like my kind of thing, like at all. And I think you have to put some like serious hours into that game to get anywhere, and I'm just like, nah, not my thing. On the more exciting, wow, yeah, this is happening. Exciting side of things, I do have Resident Evil The Village. I am very happy I have it. I can't play it until March because it's the pre-order game, even though I got it on Steam. This is where I kind of wish I was one of those bigger channels, because then it was, you know, I know Jacksepticeye's got it, or like the demo version, because he played a little bit of it, and I'm avoiding all spoilers like the plague, so I haven't checked that out. But I kind of wish I was one of those people who got things just a little bit early, because I was excited about that. But anyway, the point is, I have it. I didn't get it with like all the full extras and downloadable content, because a lot of it seemed to be like outfits or extra guns or some stuff like that, and I'm not overly bothered about that. I like playing things on like the base settings, you know, how the game's meant to be played. So I'm not too fussed about extras unless I really genuinely fall in love with the game. And I know if you leave a game for like a year, the price just, you know, goes right down for all the extra stuff. It can cost pennies, and, you know, if you earn enough points on Steam, you can get stuff for free. So usually I got all like the downloadable content and stuff for like free. just for like, you know, selling stickers and stuff. I do so much on the Steam marketplace. It's probably not healthy, but you know, I just see the point in buying downloadable content when I'm not like 100% sure I like the game. You know, I don't know if that's my marketing background, is that just, it's that voice in my head that's just like, is it worth it? Balance pros and cons. Predict your markets. Just have my teacher's voice like circulating in my head like, oh, yeah, I know. So that's kind of what's been going on. I realised this video would have been much more helpful at the start of the year, but it was January, people. It was January. I was, you know, hungover and full of food. I didn't do anything very productive throughout January. Despite what the videos may suggest, I actually really was not productive. I did so much in advance just so I wouldn't have to do that. Anyway, it's kind of what I really need to be doing now. I need to kind of push through and film some stuff for you guys, because come March, my dad is having a whole month off to essentially build the room with me, because we're going to build our own furniture as well, so oh god, I have to get the bed in, and I have to get a couch in, and I'm going to argue over the couch, and everything in my room has to be like twin proof as well, because like that's the room we kind of host the twins in, and I think they're too young to kind of be moved into this room, because then once I'm out of this room's going to have like a massive overhaul. It's going to turn into my mum's sewing room, which she's wanted a sewing room for so long, so I'm really glad she's getting this one. And it's going to be so much bigger without, you know, like the bed in it and everything, you know. This room was supposed to be an office. I was supposed to be an only child, but, you know, stuff happens. Yeah, my brother got the bigger room. Second child, whatever. It's fine, because I get it now, because he's moved out. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to be so happy to finally have my own space that isn't a box. It does mean I'm going to lose my nice little fox curtain, unfortunately. The room's just not designed the same way, and I will have no need for my wonderful fox curtain. Which is a shame, because I really, really like my fox curtain. I have a thing for foxes. They're cute. They're absolutely adorable. And I live right outside a massive forest, and we do get foxes just randomly wandering the streets. I don't know if I probably have said this before, but like when I was really young, our neighbourhood was full of cats. It still is. It's cats, dogs, you name it. This neighbourhood probably has it as a pet. It's amazing. I love it. So I used to walk through the forest on the way to school, and there'd always be like some cats or squirrels. Amazing, the squirrels around here are just used to people. It's like they used to sit on your feet, so you'd feed them. It's great. I love nature around here. It's great. But yeah, there was this one day I was walking through, and there was this orange ball underneath the some bushes, and I in my head thought, oh, it's an orange cat. So I went to go and pet the orange cat. Long story short, it was not a cat. It was a little baby fox. And yes, I didn't realise it was a little baby fox, even when I was making tutting noises at it and it was hissing. With teeth. Very long, sharp teeth. But, I mean, at the time, in my own defence, I didn't know I needed glasses at that point. It was sort of the year I started losing my vision, but I wasn't aware of it. I was a very quiet child, so I just didn't tell people I was having problems until they were unavoidable problems. When I could no longer ignore them, that's when everyone else was brought into the loop of the problem. So I was kind of losing my eyesight, and yeah, all I was seeing was an orange blur and then some white teeth. It was my brother who was standing behind me who was giving me this look like, Rox, that is not a cat. You know that's not a cat, right? It's like, oh yes, it's not a cat. Oh, aren't you adorable? I'm going to leave you alone now, because where there is a baby fox, there is a mother fox. Which I think was watching me from a bit further behind. So yes, yeah, that was dodgy. But I love foxes regardless. They do make the weirdest noises. Yeah, they used to set the local dogs off because it's just like a shrill bark screaming thing. It's horrific when they all get going, but it's wonderful, you know, all the time. I could talk about like the nature around my house forever. I mean, it's where I get my love for farmhouses from. Like, I'm going to be one of those people who just lives in the middle of nowhere with no neighbours, no city, small town life, and a beach. And it's like, that's wonderful. I'm totally off topic, and I'm off track, and this has nothing to do with my channel, and nobody cares. That's like my ending statement to all my talking videos. Nobody cares. Oh gosh. Right, I'm gonna like attempt some actual videos for you guys. So this week has just kind of fallen by the wayside, but you know, it's what happens when I'm unwell and I can't be asked. And yeah, I need to be asked because differences. But you know, now you know the reason for the channel change. I can't promise it's going to go back up to 3 videos after a year. It probably will. I go through moments where I'm just like, yeah, I want to make more, and yeah, I want to make less. But right now the priority is getting ahead so that the months that my dad's booked off for work, I can fully utilise to build the room. And given that we are just on the skeleton of it, and that's already taken us a month, yeah, I'm under no illusions how long this is going to take. But it's exciting and I'm enjoying it, so it's like a fun thing to focus on this year, especially since we're all still stuck inside. But you know, TFR, woohoo! I hope you guys are all doing okay, and that you don't mind the sudden changes or the kind of laid back week. Yeah, hopefully next week will be full of videos for you. Hopefully the rest of the month will just be fine and everything will work. Fingers crossed. So, well, I think I'm done. That's everything I wanted to cover. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for sticking around. Bye!